Good morning. I am early today, 10 minutes early actually, because I want you to see this lovely reflection of the sunrise on the water. I can see that it's rendering okay on the video, especially if you increase the brightness of your screen. It's just like in the middle of the screen, a little bit towards the right. The ray of sun, kind of sun path on the water, so beautiful. Oh my God, and look how this boat is being lit by the sun. Just amazing. I love sunrises. Well, sunsets too. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Mariella. Alright, it is time for us to start. Today we will finish our exploration of Brahmacharya, moderation, with another reading from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. And then we will do a short guided reflection around it. I mentioned already that although Brahmacharya is interpreted as moderation and non-excess, the literal translation of it is actually walking with God. And I know that for many of us, the word God may be a trigger and kind of turns us off, shuts us down. I'll be the first one to admit it, because growing up in the Soviet Union, where religion was called the opium for the masses, for many decades I had a total aversion to the word God, and it actually made me cringe every time I heard it. And it's quite recently that I have finally come to embrace it, to understand it in a broader sense, as our higher power, something bigger than me, the universe, the great creator. The passage that I'm going to read today from Mark Nepo mentions the word God several times. So I just want you to be open-minded, and open-hearted. And if you need to substitute it with the word universe or divine or whatever it is for you, do that. But just don't automatically turn off to the message because one word in it is not landing well with you. The chapter I'm going to read from is called It Is Enough. Mark Nepo says, one of the most difficult things for us to accept is that beneath all our dreams and disappointments, we live and breathe in abundance. It is hard when we are in pain to believe that all we ever need is before us, around us, within us. And yet it is true. Like leafless trees waiting for morning, something as great and as constant as the earth holds us up and turns us ever so slowly towards the light. Our task is only to be rooted and patient. Never was this more painfully true for me than during the aftermath of my first chemo treatment. I was in a Holiday Inn at 5 a.m. after 24 hours of vomiting every 20 minutes. I was slumped on the floor, holding the space of a rib that had been removed 3 weeks earlier. And my wife, in anger, panic, desperation, called out, "Where is God?" And from some unknown place in me, through my pale, slouched form, I uttered, "Here, right here." The presence of God has never eliminated pain, only made it more bearable. And now when things don't go the way I want, I try to kiss what waits beneath all want. Now when the car breaks down, though of course I get angry, I try to hear the weeds in the ditch as they point me to the sky. Now when the vase drops from my hands and shatters, though I whine, I try to see beneath my reflection in the pool of flower water. Now when I hurt, I try to feel my way through the tangle of my very normal reactions and into the quiet underlying all experience. Mysterious as it is, no matter our pain or excitement, our drama or circumstance, all that we could ever hope for is right here. We lack nothing. The humble challenge of being human is not in agreeing or disputing this truth. That is as fruitless as arguing against gravity. Our humble way, and if we can open it, is to root ourselves beneath the 1,000 dreams and excuses that keep us from the ground we walk. Time and again, we are asked to outlast what we want and hope for in order to see what's actually there. And it is enough. So take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, both internal and external. As you take this mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses, feeling the deep truth of being your unique self in this moment, right here, right now. Allow your breath to be soft and effortless. And see if you can soften some from the inside out. And now think of your favorite tree or plant in your garden or somewhere around your house, and reflect on, though you may not see anything, it is growing. Maybe set an intention to actually watch it grow day after day. And know that as you watch it, the earth is carrying it towards the sun. Imagine yourself as such a tree or plant. Know that though you may not see anything or feel anything, you are growing, and that something larger than you is carrying you toward the light. Though none of it is visible, feel the mystery, and maybe even whisper aloud, I am growing. I am being carried toward the light. I lack nothing. I am growing. I am being carried toward the light. I lack nothing. I'll give you a couple minutes in silence to really feel that. I am growing. I am being carried toward the light. I lack nothing. I'd like to complete our practice today with a poem that's called It Is Enough. And you may be shocked to learn that I know other poets other than Dana Folds that I usually read from. This one is by Anne Alexander Bingham. To know that the atoms of my body will remain, to think of them rising through the roots of a great oak, to live in leaves, branches, twigs, perhaps to feed the crimson peony, the blue iris, the broccoli, or rest on water, freeze and thaw with the seasons. Some atoms may become a bit of a fluff on the wing of a chickadee to feel the breeze, know the support of air. And some might drift up and up and up into space, stardust returning from whence it came. It is enough to know that as long as there is a universe, I am part of it. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.